Hey, welcome back to the Car Sucker. My name is Jimmy Prater. I'm a car closer. That's what I do. I close car deals, and I want you to close car deals. You got to close them. Did you just receive some bad news? Did your client just call you and say, hey, I don't want it? Is that some bad news you just received? Did you work your client all day long and your client say, no, not today? Did that happen? Is that some bad news? That's not bad news. That's an obstacle. That's all that is. That's just an obstacle. See, you got to get back to the structure of the sale. You got to get back to the structure of the close. Something went wrong. There was a speed bump in your driveway. When you backed up, that wasn't smooth anymore. You went right into the street and you took off. But you hit that bump and got a flat tire. Is that what happened? Just an obstacle. See, bad news comes from other sources. It comes from doctors. It comes from priests. It comes from law enforcement and prosecutors and judge. Bad news don't come from clients. That's an obstacle. So you learn, even if you didn't sell them what you were trying to sell them, but you have learned something out of it, right? Because you have to learn something from everybody. And you have to learn something so you can put it back in the library and pull it back out and put it in the textbook and say, hey, listen, what happened here? It's not going to happen again. Start from scratch. Start with your meet and greet. How did that work out? How did your interview work out? What did you say to upset them? Were you talking about sports when they don't like them? They don't like to watch sports? Were you talking about something that they weren't interested in? Were you talking too much? Were you asking too many yes questions? Limit your yes questions to 1 an hour, right? That's what we do. We limit our yes questions. They gave you some bad news, or did they give you an obstacle? See, an obstacle, you can go over, you can go around it, and you go through it. That's all it is. How good of a hurdler are you? How good of a runner are you? Can you run around it? Can you jump over it? Or how strong are you? Can you plow through it? You have to ask that yourself. The deal didn't go down was because of you. Don't get down on yourself. Pick yourself up. It's okay. You just got to learn from it. You got to say, wow, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong during the interview process? You may just find out you did nothing wrong. Or you may just find out that you wore the wrong tie. Or you had too much perfume on. Who knows what made them upset? Who knows why they said no? All you should know is how you're going to change it. How you're going to make it better next time. Or can you save that deal right now? How are you going to save that deal? I don't think lowering the price is going to save the deal all the time. I think price is way down the line. See, it all comes from energy and motivation. Energy, motivation. Your attitude, your appearance, and your listening skills. And you can put those in any order you want. That's 90% of the sale. So 10% is just the product. And if you did an outstanding walk around on the product, you should sell it, right? Or maybe you forgot to ask for the sale. Asking for the sale is what you have to ask in order to get the money. You just got to ask. I think it's rude when you don't ask. I think it's rude when somebody is presenting me a product and doesn't give me the opportunity to say yes or no. Now, I know there's trainers out there, and they're all saying there's a new way to sell now. It's the internet. You got to be really nice. I'm not being nice. I'm not being nice. I got a message the other day. Somebody said, why are you screaming at me? This is the way I talk. If I'm enthusiastic about something, I'm passionate over something, and if I'm motivated over something, this is the way I talk. I like to tell jokes. I'm a jokester. I know why the chicken crossed the road. It was to get away from Colonel Sanders. That's why Colonel Sanders was coming at him with a hatchet. The chicken had to cross the road. The chicken had no problem crossing the road. When are you going to get it? It's all about you if you're going to close that deal or not. It's all about you if you have to follow up. See, you shouldn't have to follow up if you did the right sales process. You shouldn't have to follow up if you did the right closing process. If you're a closer and you go behind the salesperson, do you know everything there is to know about that deal? Do you have all the intel, the intelligence of that deal before going in? Or are you just going in blindfolded? Because if you're going in with a blindfold on, you're not going to close that deal. You got to know, you got to have the upper hand. When that customer walks on your lot, when that customer calls you, the customer already has the answers. You have to understand that that customer already is engaged in the product that they want to buy. In other words, they've done all the research. They've done their homework. It's okay when they say no because that's just an obstacle. That's not bad news. We don't want bad news. We know what bad news is. We're all adults here watching this, right? We understand what bad news is. And that's not bad news. That's an obstacle. That's all that is. We're going to go over, around it, or through it. Just pick on what direction you want to do it at. That's all you have to do. Learn from it. Learn from it. Don't let it happen again. That's okay. It's okay as long as you're learning from it. Learn something from every sale. Close and close and close and close. Ask for the sale. Hey, if you like this video, if you found it interesting, go ahead and like and share it. If you want to see more of these videos, I got more coming. They're in the pipeline. You can be notified if you hit the subscribe button and click that little bell button next to it. Now do yourself a huge favor with a nice smile. Go close something. Yeah!